Property and evidence is one of the most critical and high liability functions of a police department. This is the area where all evidence is brought in by the officer, stored safely, and kept until the disposition of the case. The evidence is required for court in order to convict an individual arrested for a crime. While the evidence is in the police department's possession, we have to adhere to a very strict chain of custody. In certain cases, mostly capital felonies such as murder, the evidence must be maintained by the arresting agency until the full sentence of the suspect has been completed. The first area of the property evidence function occurs in the hallway, where an officer uses a drop chute and a pass-through locker to place the evidence into the evidence room. This is where an officer will submit his evidence after collecting it and processing it accordingly. The area currently utilized by officers to process evidence is located in the common area of the police department, which you can see is utilized for a myriad of other functions. There is no place to dry blood-soaked evidence, which needs to be done before packing it and submitting it into the storage area. Officers will utilize evidence supplies, which are stored in several different areas of the police department, to package and label each piece of evidence. When that is completed, the officer has access to the drop chute or pass-through, where the evidence is temporarily stored until the evidence custodian takes possession. This area should consist of secure individual evidence lockers to ensure the integrity of the evidence submitted. There also needs to be lockers large enough for bigger items, as well as refrigerated lockers for certain types of evidence. Each day, the part-time evidence custodian works. He will open these areas and receive each piece of evidence. Once the evidence custodian takes possession of all the items, he will assign each item a permanent location within the evidence room. This evidence area is grossly inadequate for many reasons. As you can see, the area is too small for the department's needs. The current evidence room does not meet OSHA requirements for positive airflow. The ceiling and walls are made of sheetrock, which does not meet standards for an evidence room, and there is no alarm system as required by the state of Florida. Current evidence storage rooms are required to have a reversed ventilation system pumping the air out of the room due to the drugs, biohazards, chemicals, and other items that are often stored in this area. When these odors and particles are inhaled by staff, they can cause severe health problems. The evidence room only has one air vent, which is connected to the building's air system. Other deficiencies with this room are: there are no place to store large items, there is no separate firearms area or narcotics area, there is no separate location to chemically process evidence, and we do not have the ability to properly store refrigerated evidence. All seized vehicles are also stored at an off-site location, leading to additional security concerns along with continued cost for the city.